All right, so Bama's 2023 season is over. Lost last night in the Rose Bowl to Michigan, 27-20 in overtime, and really one of the least unimpressive, probably, probably the most unimpressive game I've seen for Bama in the last 10 years, probably. Really, this was the most unimpressive team I've seen from Alabama in the last 10 years. Just seemed like it was Jalen Milroe and nothing else offensively. They had nothing as far as a threat is concerned, it seemed like. So looking ahead to next year, I think you really need to get Jalen Milroe some help on the offensive line, at receiver, at running back, everywhere. You're used to Bama having a dominant running back. I don't think they had that this year in McClellan. And they even rotated a bunch in the championship, not the championship, the Rose Bowl. And then you need a bigger receiver. They need a dominant receiver. Burton's good, but he's not big. Their center, apparently he had some issues going on last night. I mean, that's kind of why they lost the game, was the center. He just kept on, I don't know, something was off the center. I don't know if the nose tackle was just rocking his ruled every play or what, but from what I've heard from Bama fans, the center has been an issue all year, so this was no surprise to them. Lost 2 games this year, Texas and Michigan, somehow beat Georgia. You've got some competition coming into the SEC next year. You've got Texas coming in. You got Oklahoma. Ole Miss is going to be a bigger threat than they have been, and Georgia's still going to be Georgia. You also got to worry about LSU, but you definitely got some competition now. Texas coming in, like I said, is the big one. But looking ahead to next year, before we dive into their recruiting rankings, the transfer portal rankings, I think they should be a preseason top 3 team because I think Jalen Milroe, from what I've heard, is coming back. He hasn't said otherwise. Dallas Turner now is turning pro, though. He made that pretty well known at the D end. But Georgia, Alabama, Texas, probably your top 3 teams preseason. But Bama should definitely be a threat again next year to make the playoff, and probably will. Let's go ahead and look at their recruiting rankings for next year and their transfer portal rankings. All right, so looking ahead to the recruiting rankings, you can see a ton of 5 stars as always. Number 2 corner, number 3 quarterback, number 3 corner. So you're loading up there in the cornerback department. See 5-star tight end. Let's go ahead and scroll down to their transfer portal rankings, though. All right, so let's see. You got offense tackle from A&M coming in, cornerback from USC, Damani Jackson, and a 5-star D lineman, LT Overton, coming in from A&M as well. So you've got some good transfer portals kids coming in, and you're probably going to get more, now that you are done worrying about Michigan. Now you can go ahead and start on the transfer portal trail. All right, let's go ahead and look at their schedule next year. All right, start off with Western Kentucky. Should be a win. USF, that'll be a win. But hey, they play with them this year. Wisconsin will be a win. Georgia, that's going to be a tough one right there. It is in Bama, Bryant-Denny Stadium, but I'm going to probably say Georgia's going to win that one. Win over Vanderbilt, win over South Carolina. Should be a win over Tennessee. Missouri's going to be tough, but I'm going to say it's a win. LSU should be a win. Mercer should be a win. Oklahoma should be a win without Dylan Gabriel. That shouldn't be much of a problem. And Auburn should be a win. So you're probably looking at a 1-loss or undefeated campaign next year. I think Bama will be better next year. Like I said, looked bad this year. Bad for a Bama team. Weren't that impressive. I'm surprised Texas beat them, to be honest with you. I didn't think that would happen. And at the same time, though, Bama did beat Georgia, which is probably the best team in the nation. But I think Bama will be back. Milroe coming back means you're going to have the best player on the field. But what weapons can you surround him with? What can we add to the defense? Because the secondary looked lost at times last night. Whenever they got to the red zone, it seemed like they couldn't decide, do I want to switch off here? Are we in zone? Are we in man? I'm going to switch my guy off, but we're going to both just freeze and not cover anybody. That happened over and over last night against Michigan. So you got to get that addressed. I don't know if that's a DC problem. I don't know if that's a player personnel problem. I don't know, but you got to get it fixed. And then you got to get some more weapons from Milroe. Like I said, on the offensive end, you got to find a freaking center that can snap the ball back. I can snap the ball. Give me a call, Saban. But anyways, Bama looking at a 1-loss or undefeated season next year. Should be a college playoff contender. Should be a national championship contender. I think they'll be back next year. Might be your national champion. Jalen Milroe looked pretty pissed at that loss last night. So I think this could be your champ next year. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts. How is Bama going to do next year? What do they need to address? What do they need to fix? How do you think they do next year? Let me know. Comment down below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe.